Hello everyone. Once again we are here to help you in the study of English class 12. Today we are going to discuss the second poem from Flamingo, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum by Stephen Spender. Now it is better to read with the help of your book. Now keep your book open to understand better so that you can learn each and every strange phrase, word or the stanza. Now listen carefully. An elementary school classroom in a slum by Stephen Spender. He was an English poet and an essayist. He left University College, Oxford without taking a degree and went to Berlin in 1930. Spender took a keen interest in politics and declared himself to be a socialist and pacifist. Book by Stephen Spender include poem of dedication, age of being, the creative element, the struggle of the modern, and an autobiography, world within world. An elementary school classroom in a slum, he has focused on the themes of social injustice and class inequalities. You know very well about social injustice. There are many streams in the society, and due to this there is class inequalities. Sorry. The poem starts with a question: have you ever visited or seen an elementary school in a slum? What does it look like? First of all, he is asking, have you ever seen, or if you have seen, what does it look like? What is the condition of the elementary school classroom if you have seen? Or if you have not seen, the vivid picture have been given by the poet. Let's study. Far, far from gusty waves, the children faces. The first three words, far, far from, they have the repetition of the first letter F, F and F. So there is a figure of speech. What it is? When there is a repetition of word 2 or 3 times, there is figure of speech, that is alliteration. If I write alliteration, you may see it writing on here. So these children's faces are far from gusty waves. The word is symbolized as activity, enthusiasm and jest that a child should have. But these faces are far from such kind of activities, enthusiasm and jest. These are described here like rootless weeds. These are like, see the word like. Like is used to compare something. So these children has been compared with the rootless weeds. Especially see the word weeds, unwanted plants grown with the main crop. And especially when these are rootless, it means unwanted. These child are unwanted like weeds. So there is comparison, and when there is comparison between two dissimilar things, it means there is one more figure of speech, that is simile. S-I-M-I-L-E. The hair toned round their paler, and the hair toned round, scattered on their paler, pale face, shineless faces. The tall girl with her way down head. The poet has described a tall girl who has weighed down head. Her head is weighed down. Her head is shown as a weight on her body. However, head is not a weight, but if it is said, it means she was extremely weak, malnutrited, living in malnutrition, half-fed, or ill-fed. That's why she is unable to keep her head upright or erected, and it's like a weight. That's why weighed down head. One more boy, the paper swimming boy. It means he was extremely weak, lean and thin. He has rat's eyes. See the word rat's eyes. The eyes of that boy has been compared with rat's eyes. It means one more figure of speech. That is metaphor. The stunted unlucky hair of twisted bones. There is one more boy who is stunted, undeveloped or under development. He is not fully grown. He is the unlucky ear. Unlucky ear. Ear means the successor. What do you mean? Here, successor, Uttradhikari. He has received twisted bones, a disease with twisted bones, and he is reciting or suffering a father's nailed disease. Nailed disease means a disease with swollen, painful joints, in which joints get swollen and becomes painful, troublesome, and the bones are twisted. So he is suffering from this disease that he has inherited from his father, and he is reciting his lesson sitting on the desk from his last desk. At back of the dim class, the class is dim. It means it is not there's no proper facility of lighting and dark or dingy. There is one more boy, one unnoticed. It means he was not observed or sitting on the last benches. Sweet and young. He is sweet and young. And his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game. He is interested in squirrel's game, not in his studies. Squirrels who are playing in the tree rooms. Other than this, it means he was not interested in studies or education, whatever was being taught in the class. Rather, he was interested in squirrel's game or want to play in the open. This was the first stanza. If you have any problem understanding it, you may ask me personally on my contact through mobile or WhatsApp. Now study the second stanza. On sour cream walls. The walls of the classroom are sour. It means there is foul smell. These are emitting bad smell. And name of those who has given donation, charity, are written on the walls. And there are some paintings or portraits like Shakespeare's head, a well-known figure of English literature, William Shakespeare. His head, the photo up to his head or bust is shown on the picture. Cloudless at dawn. Open clear sky is shown in the picture. Cloudless, without any cloud, especially at the time of dawn, early in the morning. Civilized home, riding all cities. A civilized home. Civilized home is often said to the church because it shows civilization, advancement. Riding old cities, it means the main church or the famous church of the city is shown in the picture. Bale-shaped, flowery Tylos Valley of Tylos from Austria, a country, is shown in the picture. One more thing is there, open-handed map. Open-handed map, it means generous map of the world, is also hanging from on a nail, awarding the world its world, and it is giving shapes, as the shape of each and every country is shown in the map of the world. It is awarding, it is giving shape to the whole world. Everything is shown in the world of map. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, but for the children of slum who are living in slums, their world is confined to the slum area only, towards the window of these slums, and not this world. They have nothing to do with the real world or map of the world, where all their futures painted is with a fog, where all their future, the upcoming days, are painted with a fog. It is in darkness. There is no hope, no opportunity at all to the students. These are the two stanzas of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Now see the two more lines. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. What kind of structure they have? Both the side there are slums, and there is narrow street, narrow lane, a narrow passage, and that seems to be sealed overhead with a lead sky, like a roof. The sky is like a roof over their slums, and the sky is shown as lead sky. Lead sky is due to the pollution of the industrialization, and due to the pollution, smoke and other activity, the sky has turned lead, grayish, not clear blue sky is there. Far from rivers, capes, and these children are far from, the same thing is there, alliteration, from rivers. There is no river nearby where they can enjoy bathing in the rivers, or capes. There is no capes. Cape. A cape sized or shaped piece of land sticking inside the water body. See the V-shaped part of India, the southward part of India, it is just like a cape. And these are far from stars of words. Stars of words means the tall promises made by the politicians. So no politician comes to them and made promise about their lives to be made comfortable. So these are far from these stars of words. It means tall promises, or you can say fake promises made by the politicians. This is because their name is not in the voter list, and politicians are concerned only with the people whose name are in the voter list. That's why. These are the two stanza. These are the two stanza of the poem that we have discussed properly, with each and every word to be defined and with the proper explanation, so that a student can understand properly or in a better way. We have not given the whole poem in a whole, but we have bifurcated the poem in two parts. So after watching the first video, you have to watch the second part also, so that you can understand better. Or I know it's not so interesting that it can attract your attention, but syllabus means syllabus, and you have to score, you have to get marks, and time is running by. Nothing is confirmed to be resumed when the school will come into act. or when we will deliver lectures in the classroom. So you must understand, must watch the video to understand better. In the next video we will also discuss the remaining part, the later half of the poem. Thank you.